Every day you make thousands of decisions. Right now, you probably have a handful of decisions you need to make. When facing a big, complicated decision, where do you go for guidance? Of course you want to get good advice so you can make the right decision, right? Well, to be honest, sometimes I'm looking for the easy answer, not the best answer. Sometimes, for reasons beyond my comprehension, I'm willing to sabotage myself by intentionally getting bad advice. Here's 4 surefire ways to get terrible advice. If you're facing a big decision and for whatever reason you're looking for bad advice, here's 4 surefire ways to ensure you get terrible advice. Number 1, talk to people not known for their wisdom. Sounds like a no-brainer. If you want wisdom, ask wise people for advice. But do you know who most people go to for advice? Their friends. Which is great if you have a bunch of wise friends. But our fun friends aren't always our wisest friends. And don't mistake a smart friend for a wise friend. If you're asking for life advice, book smarts might not always help. If you're seeking spiritual advice, theologians might not always be sensitive to your practical needs of your soul. If you need good advice, first identify the area where you need the advice, and then talk with someone who's known for their wisdom in that area. Don't be fooled by credentials. Let their life be proof of their wisdom. But if you're looking for terrible advice, just ask for input from the person who's next to you, who isn't known for their wisdom. The second surefire way to get terrible advice, talk to just one person. We all have our person, that person we can talk to about anything, and that's important. But it's also important to talk to a multitude of people and get multiple insights. When I was diagnosed with an incurable brain tumor, you better believe I met with more than just one neurosurgeon. It amazed me how these brilliant surgeons could all have different opinions. At first, it seemed like things got more confusing and more convoluted with every new voice I brought into the conversation. The more smart people I talked to, the more difficult it seemed to be to make a decision. But as I pressed on and invited more wise people to weigh in, things became more clear. I was able to identify bias, motive, and see themes of harmony that allowed me to make a wise decision in the end. But it's up to you. If you're looking for bad advice, just talk to one person and call it a day. The third surefire way to get bad advice is the opposite but equal to number 2. The third way to get terrible advice is to talk to a ton of people until you get the advice you want. Sometimes when facing a difficult decision, in our weakness, we can desire what's easiest, not what's best. And we look for someone to confirm that the easiest road is the way to go. Sometimes it's not who we ask for advice, it's the motives we bring to the search. So if your motive is to get the easy answer, go ahead and keep asking people until you find someone that tells you what you want to hear. The last surefire way to get bad advice, number 4, hear what you want to hear. As a pastor, people often come to me for advice, and it amazes me how often people twist my words. They only listen to a portion of what I say. Then they leave feeling like they have a pastoral endorsement for whatever decision they already had made up in their hearts. And sometimes there's so much at stake that we have a hard time truly hearing what people are trying to say. I made the mistake of going to important doctor's appointments alone. As doctors informed me of just how dangerous my brain tumor was, I would find myself flooded with emotion from the bad news. I literally couldn't comprehend all that they were saying. A wise friend forbid me to go alone. He even made himself available at the drop of a hat to come with me to every appointment. And now my wife attends all my follow-up appointments. Without them, I would have just heard what I wanted to hear, and I would have made some terrible decisions. But fortunately for me, I have people who love me and won't let me hear anything other than the truth. And they're there to support me as I face the truth and make decisions for how to proceed and how to overcome the obstacles in my path. I hope the same for you. You're going to be faced with thousands of decisions today. You probably are facing a handful of really important decisions. There's a wise saying in the Bible that says, plans succeed through wise counsel. The opposite is true as well. Plans fail without guidance of wise people or under the direction of fools. Your decisions today set your course for the future, and God has a future waiting for you on the horizon that's good. So ask godly, wise people to help point the way, and then trust that ultimately Jesus is going to get you there. Get good advice, and then get going. Let's go. If you like this video, please help me out by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing with friends. I'm committed to creating weekly inspiration to become fully alive. Stay in touch with me and follow me on Facebook and Instagram, or come visit me in person at my church, Friends Orange. If you want to contact me, you can find that information at jhewitt.org.